Hera is one of the 12 Olympian deities in ancient Greek religion and mythology. She occupies a central position in the pantheon as the goddess associated with marriage, women, childbirth, and familial order. Hera is traditionally identified as the daughter of the Titans Cronus and Rhea, making her a second-generation deity within the Titanomachy succession. Her lineage places her among a group of deities that were overthrown or displaced by the subsequent Olympian gods. The genealogical accounts of Hera's birth are consistent across primary classical sources, which emphasize her status as both sibling and consort to Zeus, the king of the Olympian gods. Cronus, Hera's father, was the ruling Titan during the period preceding the rise of the Olympian gods. According to mythological accounts, Cronus seized power from his own father, Uranus, after receiving a prophecy that he would be overthrown by his offspring. In response to this prediction, Cronus implemented a policy of preemptive consumption, swallowing each of his children immediately after birth to prevent their potential challenge to his authority. Hera, as one of the 6 children of Cronus and Rhea, was initially subject to this act. The myth specifies that Cronus ingested Hera along with her siblings Hestia, Demeter, Poseidon, Hades, and Zeus. Rhea, the mother of Hera, played a role in circumventing the actions of Cronus. Prior to the birth of Zeus, Rhea employed a strategy designed to preserve her offspring. In the case of Zeus, she substituted a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes, which Cronus swallowed under the impression that it was his child. Afterward, Zeus was hidden in a cave on the island of Crete and raised in secret until reaching maturity. By extension, this intervention resulted in the eventual regurgitation of the previously swallowed children, including Hera, following the maturation of Zeus. Thus, Hera emerged from Cronus's body fully grown, a recurring motif in Greek mythology representing both continuity and cyclical regeneration of divine authority. The regurgitation of Hera and her siblings coincided with the initiation of the Titanomachy, a 10-year series of battles between the Olympian gods, led by Zeus, and the Titans, led by Cronus. Hera's role in these events is less documented in early sources, but is understood to involve support for the Olympian faction. The mythological accounts suggest that her alignment with Zeus was both familial and political, as the overthrow of the Titans required cohesion among the younger generation of deities. The outcome of the Titanomachy established Zeus as the ruler of the cosmos and allocated domains to the surviving Olympians, with Hera receiving recognition as Queen of the Gods, a title reflecting both her marital and hierarchical position within the divine order. Hera's marriage to Zeus is a consistent feature of mythological accounts, though the circumstances surrounding the union exhibit variations across sources. In some traditions, the marriage is described as orchestrated by Gaia and the other primordial forces to ensure the stability of divine governance. Other accounts suggest that Zeus actively sought Hera's consent and pursued the marriage through negotiation, reflecting the importance of her position in consolidating the authority of the Olympian regime. The marital relationship between Hera and Zeus serves as a foundational component in the structural organization of the Olympian family, with Hera functioning as a counterpart to Zeus in the distribution of divine responsibilities. Hera's function within Greek mythology extends beyond her familial connections to include jurisdiction over human and divine marital relations. Her role as a goddess of marriage is reflected in numerous rituals and cult practices documented in historical sources. Temples dedicated to Hera existed in various regions of Greece, including Argos, Samos, and Olympia, indicating both localized and pan-Hellenic recognition of her authority. These sanctuaries were sites of ceremonial activity, including offerings and festivals, that reinforced her association with the legal and social dimensions of marriage. The integration of Hera into these practices underscores her institutionalized significance within Greek religious and cultural frameworks. Genealogical sources attribute several offspring to Hera, though these accounts vary in terms of consistency and narrative function. Among her children with Zeus, are Ares, the god of war, Hebe, the goddess of youth, and Hephaestus, the god of metalworking, according to some traditions. The conception and birth of these deities are often depicted as occurring under unusual circumstances. For instance, Hephaestus is sometimes described as being born independently of Zeus, a product of Hera's autonomous generative capacity, emphasizing her agency within the mythological framework. The birth narratives of her children contribute to her role as a progenitor deity and reinforce her connection to themes of continuity and lineage. The mythological characterization of Hera incorporates elements of power, authority, and governance. In contrast to other deities whose domains include natural phenomena or abstract concepts, Hera's jurisdiction is primarily institutional, relating to societal structures and order. Her influence extends to both divine and human spheres, as evidenced by numerous myths detailing her intervention in mortal affairs. These interventions, while secondary in narrative emphasis, demonstrate the intersection of divine prerogatives with human practices, particularly in the regulation of familial and marital relations. Hera's authority is thus both symbolic and operational, reflecting her integral role in maintaining cosmic and societal hierarchies. Hera's iconography and representation in classical art and literature reinforce her identity as a queen and matriarchal figure. Depictions often present her with attributes such as a diadem, scepter, or veil, signifying her status and ceremonial function. Sculptures, vase paintings, and reliefs illustrate her presence among the Olympians and in the context of mythic episodes, further cementing her prominence in the cultural imagination. Literary sources, including epic poetry and tragedians, frequently reference Hera's involvement in divine councils and interactions with mortals, emphasizing her active participation in both the governance of the divine order and the oversight of human institutions. The development of Hera's cult reflects the evolution of Greek religious practices over time. Early references situate her in a pre-Olympian context, suggesting continuity from earlier matriarchal or fertility-associated deities.